guys, I'm Bart Kwan, owner of Barbell Brigade, and all of us that are in fitness, we know we have to meal prep. And chicken breast is one of the best ways to get lean protein into your diet. However, cooking chicken breast can be daunting because it can come out dry. So today we're gonna test the 5 best ways of cooking chicken breast: oven baked, pan seared, air fried, on the grill, and boiled. And how are we gonna judge them? Based off the criteria of taste, ease of making, and volume. How much can we make at once? Because when we're meal prepping, we wanna make as much food as possible. And all of them will be seasoned exactly the same, except for the boiled one, which we'll season afterwards. All right, we're done. Now it's time for the taste test. This one is the pan seared, air fried, boiled, oven baked, and on the grill. Just based off looks alone, I like the pan seared one because it looks like a steak. So I'll be cutting 2 slices from each piece of chicken, and I'll be tasting the second slice of the chicken to make it fair across the board. I like cutting into the pan seared one because I can already see the juices coming out. Now it's time to try it. I like how there's like all this flavor on the outside. The inside's perfectly cooked. We'll see how it tastes. I'm gonna hold my judgment until I'm done at the end. And then just to make sure I'm fair with every single one, I'm gonna rinse my palate in between every single bite. So the second one is the air fried one. So this one does not have all the wonderful juices that spill out visually, but visuals don't always indicate the taste. Okay. Okay. So now for the boiled. Because the boiled one doesn't have any seasoning, I'll be dipping it in here, but it's the exact same ingredients: salt, pepper, lemon juice, and garlic powder. Oh, I definitely feel a difference in the cutting. Good or bad? Can't tell you yet. Gotta be fair. Okay. This one right here is oven baked. And the last one, the grill. Out of all 5 of the chicken breasts, the one that I had the highest hopes for is on the grill. I love grilling my food. And the one that I had the least hope for is boiling. I am not a fan of boiled chicken breast. When I first got into fitness almost 15, 20 years ago, the thing that everyone did was boiled chicken, boiled broccoli, and you just ate that for every single meal. So when I see boiled chicken, I actually get nightmares. I get flashbacks and I go, oh my God, boiled chicken once again. And when I see the grilled chicken, I'm a big fan of grilled steaks, grilled meats, ribs, all that stuff, grilled veggies. So I had the highest hopes for these 2. Surprisingly, both of them did not meet their highest expectation or lowest. And now, my actual judgment. Coming in last place is actually the grilled one. I don't know, it surprised me too. I love grilled meats, steaks, ribeye, ribs, all of that, because it soaks up all the smoke and the flavor. And I even specifically used mesquite charcoal. It did not take that in one bit. Not sure why. Number 4 is the air fryer one. It was the most mediocre out of all of them. I didn't have an initial like, wow, nor was it like super juicy, or was it super dry, or was it like not extremely flavorful. It was the most mediocre one. My third favorite, which is right down the middle, is the boiled one. And this one really surprised me because as soon as I cut into it, it felt like rubber. Like I was cutting like a eraser, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the dry chicken breast that I'm used to, or I used to cook in the past. But as soon as I put it in my mouth, I was like, oh wow, that is pretty juicy. Not bad at all. And actually, in terms of having a light meal, like sometimes when you're on a diet, you don't want anything heavy. Not having like the lemon and the salt and the garlic powder all caramelized, it gave it like a really light, refreshing taste. So actually cooking it separate like this is actually a pretty cool way to go. So now we're down to the last two finalists, which is the oven baked one and then the pan seared one. And this one was really surprising to me because based off the pan seared one, it just looks like a steak. It's all juicy. I'm a fan of steak, so I thought the pan seared one was gonna win, especially since it was the first one that I cut into. When I first cut into it, you just see juice pour out, and when I put it in my mouth, because it's pan seared, it had the best crust out of all of them. So when I put it in my mouth, it was crunchy, then it was juicy, and then you taste all of the caramelization of the seasoning with the oil. It tasted really good. However, the juiciness did not beat that of the one that was oven baked. The oven baked one did not have a crust, but man, right when you bite into it, it was really, really juicy, almost like a ribeye. And it tasted really, really good. And the oven baked one is the clear winner in this case. So if taste didn't matter, which one is the easiest to make? With the pan seared one, you can only cook as many as you fit on a pan. So even if you have a really, really big pan, you might only be able to fit 3 or 4 at a time. So in terms of easiness to make, I would say that one rules the pan seared one out. The air fryer one is even smaller than the pan. You can only fit probably 2 into the air fryer. So even though it's easy, you can set it and forget it, it doesn't allow for that much volume. The boiled one is limited to the size of pot you have. So if you have one of those big seafood boil pots, you could probably pack it with 10 of these guys. So I'm assuming it should be pretty easy to cook a ton of these. The oven baked one is one of the most tried and true methods. People have entire baking sheets full of chicken breasts and they just slide them away. And if you're fortunate enough to have one of those houses with double ovens, you could probably make 20 of them at once. The grill is almost as easy as the oven, where if you have a big old grill, especially if it's propane, you could probably cook 20 of them as well. But there is the cleanup component. And if you're like me and you're a big fan of charcoal and smoke, then there's the smoke all up in your eyes, or it's weather dependent. It's hard to cook in the dark. So I would say in terms of easiness and also for volume, I would go with the oven baked one. So to my surprise, I can't believe this guy won in all categories across the board. The tried and true oven baked chicken breast won in terms of taste, easiness to make, and volume. All right, so give it up for the oven baked chicken breast. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite way to cook chicken breast, and if there's any other protein you would like us to cook, from seafood, fish, meat, ribs, barbecue, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. What up, guys? In front of me is our brand new 3 colorways for our best-selling amphibious short. We have a topographic gray, topographic olive, and topographic black. And you can see that the topographic is actually custom. There's a little Barbell Brigades that we put in everywhere, because everything we do here is custom. So for those of you guys who are new to our amphibious short, it is our best-selling short. And in my opinion, it is the best all-around training short for whatever you do. And we are dropping these on July 27th, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, in our 3 new colors, the gray topographic, the olive, as well as the black.